rhyme and I'm frightened you're fine. Some things about life you subconsciously hide. Drink to get drunk and you smoke to get high. I'm not gonna lie, that used to be I. And I'm closer to find that point in life where I don't need a light in the dark so I can see. I can close my eyes and be free.
Welcome back to another review by Zombill. In today's review, we're going to take a look at the Mactank that I got in from Macigs. They are a manufacturer out of China. Before I start, I must point out I did receive this free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. So let's go to the table and I'll show you what's in the box. Okay, so this is the, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but Macigs Mactank. So it comes in a magnetic box. You open it up and you get one dual coil. Comes with in the box. It comes with a dual coil 2 ohm atomizer that is sort of reminiscent of the iClear30S atomizer, and you get the Mactank. The Mactank is basically 303 stainless steel. It's a pyrex glass tank. Holds 4 milliliters of e-juice. It has a, take this condom cap off. It has a knucklehead swivel tip for the mouthpiece, and it has a 510 connection. On the bottom you'll have some engraving. It says Macigs. That's the company. The manufacturer, Macigs. And this is, of course, a non-adjustable 510 connection. Okay, so now let's look at how to set it up. Okay, this is the Mactank disassembled. Now here's how you set it up. You'll take your atomizer piece, you'll screw it into the base like so. Then you'll take your tank and you'll screw it onto the base like so. Next, you just want to take your e-liquid, fill it up. Now we're going to see if it will take the 4 mils that is suggested from the manufacturer. It's about 4.5 mils. Now that we have our juice in there, we're going to take and put the knucklehead on. And just so you know, there's some really fine threads on the knucklehead, so you want to take some extra care in putting this on. Okay, so now we have it filled up and it's ready to vape. So it's the Mactank, and it's a 26 millimeter atomizer, so it's going to be a big atomizer, and you're going to have a large mod to put it on, something like the 134, the Vapor Giant, the Hades mod, the 722, things of that nature. So it's the Mactank, and I have it on my 722, and because it's at 2.2 ohms, well actually 2.1 ohms, I'm only going to be running it at 8.3 watts because I don't want to burn the coil up in it. Now it is a dual coil atomizer, okay, and it's very reminiscent of the way that the iClear 30S is set up. See, we're getting plenty of vapor production, but of course it's going to come down to how you have it set up, and of course the VG content that's in the liquid. Now, for those that want to know, right now I'm running some Trinitario from the Foo, which is a liquid vendor out of France. Going to be doing a review on them coming up in the following weeks. Now the Mactank is a 303 stainless steel Mactank, and it holds 4 milliliters of E-juice. I'm getting plenty of flavor, getting plenty of taste from it. It's a very solid tank. The tank is actually a Pyrex glass tank, very large capacity. So, you know, for those that, you know, have big mods and you know you're going to be vaping for quite a while on those big mods, having one of these tanks is ideal because it's going to take a while to vape through a tank of this size. You know, I've been vaping on this thing now for a week, okay, and I've ran a couple, I've vaped through a couple tanks, and it's pretty good. Now they do have other resistance type atomizers for this. They have 1.5, 1.8, 2 ohms, 2.2, 2.5. And I do believe that they have replacement parts, such as the glass tank itself, the drip tip head, the mouthpiece here. I believe you can get replacement for that. The base, I believe there's a replacement for that. I think you can pretty much get the entire thing replaced through Macigs, I believe is how they pronounce their name. If I had a little bit lower resistance in here, say a 1.5, I would jump it up to more like 11 watts. Earlier in the week, I was messing around with trying to figure out what wattage to run this at for the review. And, you know, I had it going at about 9 watts, but it just tasted kind of a little, you know, it was right on the borderline, almost burnt. You know, going into the burn taste. So, you know, actually I could probably, let's see. Yeah, I'll put this up to 8.6. We'll see what happens here. Pretty good. Okay, I think 8.6 is fine for 2.1, 2.2 ohms, which is what it's reading at. Excuse the throat. Been a little bit dry air in here today. There's not really much else I can say about this. I mean, as far as looks go, I think the best mod suited for this would be the 134 because of how it would look with that. But, you know, here again, I stress that the Mactank is 26 millimeter. So for wholesalers and vendors, you can contact Macigs at this email that I've had up here, the entire review, or you can get a hold of Ken at this Skype address that'll be coming up, well, actually, this Skype address right over here. So, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube, and as always, happy vaping.